Elvin, Jakal is back.
Jakal
Go
is
ahead.
back. He shaved.
Throw it up real quick. He's shaved. He's back. We're having a good time here. We always have a good time.
I made sure to notify it at LMBM to Jakal. It's like, Jakal, you shaved. And he was like, yeah.
Great.
It's like, why?
Why? Yeah, shaving during winter is certainly.
That's what I
See,
just
I don't know
said.
anything about that because that's not my like. I don't go through that. But I feel like during winter you would want your beard, right?
Yeah, typically.
Because it's warm or something. I don't know. Regardless, though, we are going to be seeing. I like going wolf first. I have a philosophy in best of fives that if you're going to try your secondary, try it either game 2 or even game 1. But we're starting out here, the grand finals here on Battlefield. We'll see how this one's going to go so far, but you can already tell Jakal just rearing to go, just gets that 28 out of the gate. But, you know, Syrup, Steve, you're going to get a lot more.
Yeah, the hard SDI up and in, trying to escape as much damage as possible, but the roll straight into the TNT was certainly rough. I know for... Oh, man, that's tough.
Where do you go? That is the second time that we've seen this. Where do you go?
I thought you could roll through it, but maybe you can't. I would have to test that out to be certain, but the jump isn't the answer to that one for sure. As if you jump through it, the block will break and the anvil will fall right on your noggin.
Dude, I love the way that Syrup is also using the up tilt to actually push himself quite literally up. Good tech onto the block, and now Syrup gonna have that first diamond raring to go. So now Jakal has to get this stock, right? But good turnaround by Syrup. Finds the double dip. That's actually going to be stock for sure for Syrup. And he's on the verge of a 3 stock only about a minute and a half into this game. Oh, no.
Just wait it out.
Oh.
Don't worry. You'll get your wish if you just wait
All
a few
right,
more
so
seconds.
anyway, about those secondaries that we want to try. Jakal, no.
So, like, it's super tough.
Is it?
From Jakal's perspective.
There you
because
go.
the wolf is clearly his best character. And you created the same scenario as you did at Santa Paws, where Jakal played against DJ Don. He still lost, but on Battlefield, he lost 3-2. So
we're taking Steve to PS2?
I do not like this.
Why do we not like this, Henry?
So Pokemon Stadium 2 is for Steve is a stone composition stage. This creates This means that Steve's raw materials are extremely durable and very, very hard to interact with. Add in the close side blast zones to this very flat stage, and Steve's horizontal kill power, which is extremely insane, means it makes it very, very difficult to reliably challenge him in the corner. Jakal's playing it super, super passive, though, and playing very grounded, slowly whittling away these resources. But Steve finds that one touch and instantly doing so much damage and taking the stock even.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I was just about to, like, take that back from you, like, the pass, and be like, you know what? Jakal's shutting me up because he looks just so much more comfortable on the stage, and that literally just a couple hits down from Steve is just going to be it. Now, granted, I was going to say material bar looking real low, so now Syrup doesn't have too much to work with just yet, so you can tell that Jakal trying to just interrupt the mining time here, and definitely looking a little bit better, but unfortunately going to get hit by the down air, and now you're getting hit by a lot more. Almost actually gets hit into the forward smash there. Can't tell if that was going to be enough or not, but teching onto the block actually saved him just a little bit. Now Jakal getting started with a little bit more of these aerials. We can figure out something here, but Syrup, once again, just still looking very dominant, even in times where Jakal finds his signature strings.
For the back hit of up tilt hit
It's
Wolf.
so good!
Up tilt is insane, but the fact that it hit Wolf when Jakal dropped shield and tried to drop through the platform is just so, so insane. And then pinned up against the corner there of the back air. Not going to do it quite yet. The percentage just a little bit too low, but no minecart means there's no instant DP option out of the corner. As one piece of option there, one piece of iron there now instantly used, teching on the wall to save his life. And Syrup, he's building a little house.
Nice house you got there. It's like your Minecraft house, and then like you're in a server with a friend who's like, yeah, I have a house too, but I built a tunnel under my house. So the Jakal is
oh my God.
going to be able to Jakal going to be able to get this lead, but for how long is the question, man? for me, I talked about this in the set earlier that I saw with Syrup. I have not casted Steve in a long time, but what makes Steve fun for me to cast is how goofy this character is. How well this character just like defies the rules of Smash, right?
He definitely makes his own rules.
Literally, though. But like we saw a little bit earlier when Syrup was launched off stage, literally just building a couple blocks. The venue literally went, ooh.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, no tech, too.
So you can never buffer a tech on a block. You just have to react.
You're just built different.
You just got to do it. And Syrup didn't hit the tech. It's hard.
Nope. Jakal, though, what a great way to fight back in. Yes. You know what I mean? Like a really good.
I was definitely scared when we saw Pokemon Stadium 2, but Jakal played the early game super, super well and just played super disciplined thanks to the space he had offered by Pokemon Stadium 2. If he ever wanted to disengage, there was plenty of room just to say no.
Oh my God, he's cracked! He's cracked! That was cracked. I don't care if that was Steve. I don't care if that was anybody else. That was crazy. Yo, Syrup is crazy and he's gonna do it again. Please don't do it.
I'm speechless. I'm floored. Like, what did I... That's the type of stuff I only see Syrup do.
That was crazy.
Granted,
I don't care. I don't
Steve,
care. That was
but
cracked.
Also, like, that was optimal. That was beyond optimal, and he just keeps going. Jakal banned this stage. Holy moly, like, you're getting fired.
How do you do that? Was crazy. I have not seen Steve do that, man.
That's
was
like
crazy.
some 20XX Steve stuff. Like, oh yeah, I grabbed you. I hit you with a weird hit of up tilt in the corner at 0. You explode here, right?
Jakal's fighting back so hard, though. I do have to say, the up smash from below, but it doesn't actually go through all the way because the block actually broke on the stage. That was so unfortunate for Syrup. Still, though, going to be in the lead. Jakal now is fighting back as best as possible. Syrup is cracked. I cannot believe that happened. And now Syrup gets a little bit of materials here. Jakal needs this stock like right now. Great tech, but good avoid around the minecart here. A forward throw is going to be the option. We're potentially lining up for another punish here, looking for the back throw, but it is going to be the missed grab there that allows for Jakal to jump around and get the F tilt.
Syrup can do all of what he has been throughout the entirety of this game number 3 and still apply those solid, like, typical Smash rules. Like, I'm going to go for empty lane grabs and all of that shenanigans, and then apply the Steve stuff on top of it, dropping an anvil straight on your head and waiting off stage, making sure that he has that extra mix-up. Surprise,
No,
surprise.
Jakal.
Just taking it a little bit too far. Can't go the full length of the stage with proper SDI, but man, you did still take 50.
I just have to say, I saw Jakal in the cam as the jab train was coming out. He was trying real hard.
Oh, you got it.
Out of here.
You are the fastest faller of all fast fallers. Like, you got it.
Still, though, Jakal now looking real good. It has to just get a stock off at this point. Has a little bit of rage to work with. And I have to say that Jakal has been playing this extremely well, but it's going back to the convert game, right? It's just the fact that Syrup is converting really well, has the tools to get these stocks off just a little bit earlier than a lot of these other Smash characters here. So there's the forward throw. I like how he just waited, though. Didn't commit to the back air. Has to be very, very careful because, you know, Syrup has a lot of tools to be working with now.
Syrup does tend to burn through a lot of his resources really quickly. Like, no raw materials, 3 iron. The diamond and gold online will certainly make things dangerous, but you burn those iron blocks immediately. Able to get plenty back, though, as Jakal chooses to play the passive route and instead take their hits as Syrup gives them, as opposed to trying to make something happen in a very, very precarious scenario.
I feel like the action just completely died down. If I was Syrup, like, I would have plucked that diamond and been like, all right, bet, like, let's go. Like, let me just try to find the option really quickly. Going for the down smash read, but unfortunately, Jakal just going to fall off. That is going to be Syrup going up. I believe it is 2-1. 2-1. 2-1, Kelvin. I was about to say, like, it's definitely not 2-0. We saw Jakal win.
We saw Jakal win on the PS2 game, but I don't know what Jakal was planning with the ledge drop, or if that was just a misinput right from the jump, but this ledge drop was doomed to fail as soon as Syrup started charging the down smash.
That had to be an oopsie.
Had to have an oopsie right from the get-go. As we see Town and City come out here.
What do we think about Town and City?
It's a experiment that based on what PS2 offered. That was cheeky, Syrup. Don't do that. The the amount of space that Town and City offers is going to be the main capital thing of like what gives Jakal a semblance of control over this neutral, because he can just leave on a moment's notice and take advantage of Wolf's overall speed. But Syrup playing this really, really tough, just like dominating a quarter of the stage and saying, hey, Jakal, I have the percent lead. You eventually will have to engage in some form or fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting scooped up by the minecart, but drifts enough away that the up smash doesn't connect here. So now Jakal going to find a great string here to bring himself back into the game, looking for the back air there, but instead will get the hard read on the get up with the forward smash here. Jakal going up here, at least in stock count, but look at Syrup, always just throwing out a hitbox as Steve does really well. There's a lot of iron to play with, but instead we'll just tease the building animation of the tool just to throw out a little bit more. Still, though, not going to be enough. Has the iron tool, though, so forward air at that point, as we turn around, we'll definitely take that stock. But now Jakal playing so careful on this ledge. That is a very scary place to be.
It's always risky to build iron tools because it takes 4 iron in comparison to many of the other iron-based moves, which just take the 1. So if you're not going to recur those resources rather quickly, then suddenly you are finding yourself in a very dangerous spot, and it was all to waste anyway as Jakal takes the stock with the down smash. Finding the jump out of the I love that jump from ledge, air dodge down to throw Syrup off, and then finding some, at least a little bit of a conversion there. When you're at 180 on your first stock, the up throw does do it, but up a whole stock here, feeling really good if you're Jakal, because now you get to dictate the pace and the game plan, but you just cannot stray from your disciplined stance, because who knows what can happen when Steve gets his up tilt on you.
Yeah, we haven't even seen a diamond tool come out about 2-ish minutes into the game so far, so Syrup's been kind of struggling in that department, and now Jakal just trying to stretch her Syrup away. We do have diamond finally, but we have to ask, is it a little bit too late? Great nair out of shield coming out from Jakal at this point, but we have to find a lot more of these options, looking for the back air, but instead we'll take in the extension nair. Good air dodge through if you're Syrup, but Jakal playing so well right now. We could be going right into a game number 5, but here comes Syrup, finds the forward throw, gets the diamond tool. Can we hold on just a little bit longer? The extension onto the crafting table actually takes that. The up smash not going to be enough, and the high ceilings of Town and City actually betraying Jakal.
You can never, ever count out Steve in so many of these weird instances, but Jakal holding steady, sticking to the game plan. It's getting away from anything and like trying to overextend against Steve, getting greedy for a stock. That final is like it's like trying to get that final hit on a Dark Souls boss, where it's just like, don't do it. Stick to your roles. Stick to the game plan.
Don't do it!
Like, it is 164, but a jab could easily have closed out that stock, just walked across the entire stage. But instead, we're going to game number 5, still on Battlefield, as we go back to the place that Syrup has really dominated on. Looking for that first hit, finds it with that jab, but good SDI down, gets Jakal out of that combo, and utilizing the stage wall to get to ledge as well.
Ooh, okay, gets the combo off the dirt block as well. It's crazy, right? Because we've been talking about how PS2 is a good stage for Steve, but it may not necessarily be a good stage for Syrup here, right? He's just definitely more comfortable here on the battlefield. Will be getting the forward throw. I like how he didn't go for the tool automatically, but it looks like Jakal now waiting his turn on a lot of these aerials, and it's working out for him really well.
This is some of the best I've seen Jakal play against Syrup and against Steve, period. He's doing such a good job at cutting off the lines of approach that Syrup likes to do, cutting away on so many of the dangerous scenarios, always managing the risk reward as well as possible. The back air to shield there, just like mixing in those niche reads, and the tech on the platform to get away from the down smash. Just so much heads up play there from Jakal as Syrup looks to try and fight his way back into center, choosing to go above with the Elytra, as there's no iron here, Lyric, and no diamond as well, and your mining loop where you were so close to diamond gets reset all the way back to 0. You got to try again.
Yeah, I love the way that Jakal, a lot of these times, instead of going when Syrup is off stage, he's not necessarily going for like the KO stock option, right? He's going for the forward air to throw you off your loop like you were talking about. And that's what's been working out for Jakal really well here. 157 though on Jakal, and Syrup, like we said, doesn't have too much to work with right now. Looking for an out of shield option, but Jakal once again open to just resetting. The up throw not going to be enough just yet. And now it's all Syrup. How do you get this stock off of Jakal? It will just be the minecart. We will go on ahead and refresh the tool. But honestly, do we even have I was about to say, do we have enough time to mine? And obviously we do.
Yeah, Jakal giving up the little bit of time there in order to get the diamond. That is something that is nice about Steve at a deficit. When you have those high percents, the amount of knockback you give is just going to give you time to get 1 or 2 steps into those, into that mining loop. But, oh man, that was a ton of up airs. Thankfully, gold damage isn't too much here. Oh, and you missed the tech on the block again, but you're Steve, it's fine.
You're good.
You're good.
I was going to say, like, Jakal's been, like you said, playing this matchup now extremely well, but you allow for Syrup to regain a little bit of stability, right?
Yes.
And now Syrup is going back into that mode where he's just reading Jakal and going to be able to read that standard getup with the down smash here. Last stock for Jakal, last chance, but 2 up smash is definitely going to be punished. Now, granted, it wasn't by a lot here, but you got to get this stock off of Syrup right now. The up air not going to be enough here. So now it's all Jakal. Look at Syrup playing the keep away game, wants to hold on to this rage as much as possible, but instead we'll take the break here, looking for the down smash, not going to find anything, but Jakal hesitating for a second, unfortunately not going to be able to get the punish here, and now is going to be starting this stock if he's even able to find it above almost 100%.
It's you're too telegraphed here. Jakal is looking for
punched him again.
Jakal is looking too much for exactly 2 moves, dash attack or back air, and despite the low amount of resources, despite the low amount of just anything going on. Finally, the reversal Wolf Flash takes the stock, and the shoe's on the other foot here. Can Jakal find a comeback up against Syrup, who's just been his absolute demon, clashing against the strong hit, but still gets clipped by the weak hit. Very low resources, but Jakal choosing to let Steve mine, let Syrup get any amount of blocks that he wishes for, because you know you cannot risk your body, because that can happen. The burst range dash attack clipping at the very end, but it doesn't matter. The diamond tools making up for the dividends, and the 140% on Jakal in such a well-played set from both participants falls in favor of the #1 player in New Jersey.
Syrup.
Syrup.
Winning the New Jersey Smash Circuit finale. Winning the entire New Jersey Smash Circuit
He's
at
the
this
best.
point. Congratulations to Syrup. The new guard coming through, say, you know what, I'm the best, and congratulations to Syrup, man, a player who 100% deserves it.
Absolutely.
Works really, really hard. The Steve looking nice. That opening combo in Grand Finals was absolutely disgusting.
It was killer. It was nuts.
Someone throw that on Twitter or something.
Please, Kelvin.
Hurry, Kelvin. Oh, it already
you-
is. Collision
you better
Series
know it.
TV. Go on ahead and find it to hear our absolute just disgust.
Yeah, I was screaming actively. I do want to say that Jakal played that matchup extremely well. It's developed into one of
This was gross.
Up air out of shield into jab grab into that. You know what?
Bro was cooking.
Bro was cooking, and he was showing it off. Like, there was stuff like that. There was the solid Steve stuff, the battlefield traps with the TNT on the platform. We saw no 3s in order to get out of ledge scenarios. We saw no 1s to try and trap with forward smash. It's just like an instantaneous anti-air. Like, all of it comes together with Syrup, and I sincerely don't think it is long for until he is the best Steve in the U.S., if not the best Steve, period.
Love that for Syrup, man. A hardworking player. I also just have to give a shout out. What a nice kid, too. I mean,
he's great.
And like the nicest family. Like, I got shoved in
right.
Syrup's family carpool at Santa Paws and like had a long conversation with his parents, and they're so sweet. So definitely deserves it once more. Like you said, gunning to be that #1 Steve, and honestly a player that can absolutely do it. But we know Jakal working real hard too.
Oh yeah.
Today was an awesome day for bracket, man. Like it was such a good smash that we saw throughout pools and throughout what we saw in top 8. We had a whole open bracket as well that I'm sure is also stacked because it was open to everybody who didn't even make top 8. It's so important to be supporting your locals, and this is why, right? You get that culmination of everybody coming together at the end for just an amazing bracket, and I'm so happy to be here. I was so happy to see the finale of this. It goes to show that Jersey locals are just so stacked, man.
They're unbelievably stacked, and seeing another chapter of so many of these different rivalries, so many of these different matchups, Jakal Web, Syrup, Jakal, Syrup, Web, Pharaoh against Jakal as well. Some uprising players in C, and Marval doing super well. Marval getting top 8, C getting top 6. Like, just so many good players. Tri-State Smash is in such a healthy place right now, and it's only going to continue with Collision on the horizon.
Oh boy, that one's coming up soon too. Kelvin, do we have ads? All right, close us out, Henry. This is your state.
Thank you all very much for watching the New Jersey Smash Circuit finale. It's been a lovely time being here in Rahway, New Jersey, here on the Collision Series stream. Thank you to all of the casters we had tonight, which has been Momo, who's really trying to get on the camera right over there.
Really
AG from the New England area, from CT, doing well. There he is. You see his shadow. And of course, my good friend, there he is. Hi, Momo. My good friend Lyric, who you can find right down there at Lyric of Wisdom. You can find me also at UBLSOL on Twitter and on Blue Sky. So with that, thank you all for watching. Have a good night.